everybody, it's your friendly neighborhood Flamingo Ikusa here today, and we are back at it with Valorant. However, this time around, we are doing something a little different. As you can see, we're in the practice range. So, in the last episode, I was doing Deathmatch to see how I stack up against the average player base, and things were going pretty a-okay. Turns out that my crosshair was on the enemies usually most of the time, or when I was caught off guard, I still was able to get the crosshair onto the target on time. Want to know what was likely causing me problems? Movement. That is probably what's causing me problems. The other problem that was causing me issues is weapon spray control. I really tried to see if I could learn each of these skills independent of each other. However, I am convinced at this point that they are literally one in the same skill, and therefore I have to learn them together. Anyway, so we're going to go into our settings, go into stats all the way to the bottom. We're going to go we're going to go ahead and enable the shooting error graph. And as you can see here, when I shoot and I am standing still, it is orange. When I spray, it also does this weird behavior you see here on the graph where it spikes. This here. These are accurate hits. And then around this part of the spray is when the RNG on the spray happens. And if I am moving while this is going on, it turns blue! Isn't that nifty? Well, anyway, we're going to be learning how to do practice on shooting here by learning on this target. So anyway, we're going to set the target at... that is not 5 meters. I'm assuming this is 10 meters because it's like twice as far from the range. Like, this is 5 meters. So the first thing I looked up, I found a very useful guide that basically divided gunfights into a couple different categories. Sub 5 meter fights, which apparently the optimal strategy is run and gun. 5 to 15 meters, where the optimal strategy is 2-tap and strafing in between each 2-tap. And if the 2-tap fails, go into a spray. With a crouch. 15 to 30 meters is apparently 2-tap and strafe only, as in, even if it fails, try to land another strafe. And then from there, 30-plus meters is try to land 1-taps. Anyway, so basically, at close range, I'm told the goal is you should just do whatever you can to successfully shoot in the center of the target, like this, or as it would be on this, basically shooting like this. And the reason for that is because at this range, recoil isn't really going to cause any problems. Anyway, I think we pretty well figured out what we're doing at close range. Now on to learning the technique for slightly further. We now have what I believe is 10 meters here. I should actually... yeah, 10 meters is fine. It's the 5 to 15 meter range. So, 2-tap. Like that. And just try to do basically the same thing here. Alright. Like that. So that is what we're attempting to do at this range, and then apparently over at the 15 to 30 meters, which I believe is going to be 15, which would be basically here or here. I'm going to just go for here because why not? Anyway, so this here is roughly the 15 to 30 meter distance, and apparently this is where we do the 2-tap and strafe only. As you can see, we can pretty reliably hit the target. At closer range, we're apparently supposed to do like this, and if it failed, we're supposed to do, if it failed, we're supposed to then try to go for, like that, basically, apparently. Or at least that's what I'm getting told we're supposed to do. Next is the 30-meter distance, and basically there's that. Anyway, now that we've figured out roughly what we're doing, let's go into some matches and try and put this into practice here. Alright, so we are entering Deathmatch. We're going to try and practice the art of good movement hygiene and appropriate use of the Vandal's effective firing techniques, basically. We're going to try and learn that today, and we're going to try and learn strafing as a result. Deathmatch, I think, is a pretty good area to do this. We are not going to be going for scores today. I'm going to be going for successfully doing the techniques I'm trying to learn. So, get Vandal, get Sheriff, call it a day. There we go. Was very sloppy there, but... Spray does work. That was a downrange enemy. I don't think that was a good moment for a crouch spray. I think I should have followed that one up with... Oh, hello, you are long distance. Well, there's that guy dealt with. Oh, he had me. And I think I missed because I was still moving. There we go. There we go. I don't think that really was a good two-shot distance, but looks like 2 taps are actually doing pretty good. Let's try to play a little closer. Oh, I got hit by someone from an off angle. I need to do better on positioning, too. That's also a skill I need to learn, but it's not what we're focusing on today.
Dominating.
Got him. Next. I think I was doing good on the 2 taps. I was not doing so good on the strafing technique. Ha ha ha! We actually got him from that distance. Let's try the next one. Nope, that was down to the neck. I did not have very good crosshair placement there. And, yep. Get him. Next. I should have totally went for the... Actually, at that distance, no, it was further than 5 meters. It was further than 5 meters, so it wasn't a spray territory, but it was definitely a shouldn't have been trying to... I should have followed with a spray after the first 2 tap failed. Ah, I got that guy, but unfortunately I got into a 2v1. There's not much I could do about that in a deathmatch server. Ah, and that was me not paying attention. Alright. Nope. He had the better crosshair placement than me. Alright. Got him. 2 tapping and stopping before shooting seems to be working until someone gets a jump shot on me. Did it! I did it! Ah, sweet. All right. We're making progress. No, that was not the correct distance. Try again. Was a spray target. Hurt him. That guy's probably trying to do something, but I want to focus on this area here, as it'll net me some fights in specific distances I'm trying to engage in. Nope, did not have very good crosshair placement. I did not have it at the sort of chin level I need it to be at. I need to practice doing 2 taps as well. Good 2 tap. Not so good on the strafing. That was at a different level of elevation. I should maybe try practicing the same technique I was doing in the firing range, but also in at elevation, maybe.
10 kills remaining.
Or with the enemies above me. There we go. No, I don't think I did very good on the strafing there. Not enough. Very lovely headshot there. Well placed.
5 kills remaining.
Not very clean, but I still managed it. Alright, we're now into a more medium distance range. I had no idea which direction they were going to attack from, unfortunately. I was kind of just not in a very good position. Alright, this guy's going to push. Or not. Alright. Get any enemies from here?
1 kill remaining.
Alright. Well, looks like this deathmatch is going to be ending soon. Alright. Well, that went, I think this match went pretty darn okay. 16, 17. I mean, I'm doing pretty good on the KD for a deathmatch server. Alright, let's do round 2. Alright, we found a match. Let's get our deathmatch game going here. We're going to try and practice the same shooting hygiene, as it's called, where I'm going to practice strafing, practice also using the correct weapon technique at the right distance. Because I decided I can't really learn these two separately from each other because they're kind of intertwined with each other. Alright, we're back at it with the Vandal. So let's go. Got him. Got him. Oh! Someone got me from an off angle and I couldn't even see them. Nope. And that guy was guarding from an angle. That was pretty good. Good. Good one tap, no, good two tapping. Technically, it's two tapping if it's 2 shots. Whew! And I followed with a spray. Oh! Just as I looked away, there he was. And I got spawn camped. That is just being unlucky. Alright, that was a pretty good warm-up. Let's get this started.
Once again. Fight. We go.
Oh! Kind of surprised I managed to get my crosshair to that far of a swing. I guess all those 180 flicks I'm trying to practice in Quakecraft are paying off a bit. I think they're going to push this angle.
Sky kill.
Nice. No! Wrong crosshair placement.
Sova removed.
Good. Not very good crosshair placement, but I got lucky and survived because he did seem to have a little bit of a hard time shooting me. Already I can feel like just practicing good shooting hygiene is just already making a massive difference on my engagements. I'm surviving more of them now. That, I think, was a good candidate for standstill, strafe, and 2-tap, or even possibly 1-tap. This guy's going to be in the right range to 2-tap. I did not leave myself enough room to strafe. I think that was the problem I had there. I did not give myself a position that nets me the room needed to move. I also really need to stop having this habit of pressing W at the worst times.
Sova removed.
Got him.
Return to dust.
Oh, I got 2! I even got 2 of them! Unfortunately, it turned into a 1v2, so that was, unfortunately, not really a winnable situation, but I'm glad I managed that. Alright. Let's figure out where we're headed now. No enemies on this angle so far. Let's take a pause over here. Don't hear anything coming. Gotta always be careful. This spot's like the really vulnerable part in Deathmatch because it's like... Oh my gosh, he was just waiting right there. Perfectly dead silent. That was my bad for poor crosshair placement. Haha! 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 Ha! Oh, darn. Oh, he had his crosshair placement just perfectly dead on. Hey, 2 long-range engagements won. I heard him. I heard him coming up the bridge. Unfortunately, I was in a position where I can get into 2v1s. Alright, this Phoenix is gonna have to move at some point. Unfortunately, someone else intervened in our little fight there. Got back at him. Alright. Good. Oh, that just was so clean. Okay. Compared to how I was doing before, anyway. No, could not quite manage the 1v2. Oh, another camper right there. Technically, it isn't camping if they aren't staying in the same spot the whole match, though. But, oh, just as I was checking, I did not quite turn to the right direction in time. I also saw something over there, but unfortunately, I also forgot to account for the... great.
Five kills remaining.
Oh, dang it! I need to learn to spray better. That was totally at the avoid getting hit distance. Ah, not quite. No. Well. Not this time. Bad crosshair placement on the final one there. Either that or bad gun hygiene. I might have also had bad... we'll see on the playback because we now have the shooting error thing to tell me which ones I was improving on, which ones I didn't. Yeah. Well, that was pretty good. All right. That was a good play. So today, I think I actually made a pretty substantial improvement to my shooting here. I think my just trying to be conscious about Just being conscious of the fact that if I am moving, I am going to miss, and being conscious of what distance an opponent is at and how I should approach it with the Vandal, I think was making a good deadly combination here. I went positive on a deathmatch server, and apparently I was in the top 3, so that was pretty awesome. I wasn't really aiming for high scores today, but I'm proud of that. Anyway, that is it for today, guys. If you guys liked the video, be sure to hit that like button and maybe consider hitting the subscribe button too. I will see you all in the next video. Peace.